Now, the second demo 4.7 on two-way branching if else. And in this, let us learn some more new point, not only two-way branching, and we learn some very important points. Actually, programming is a challenging job. With every program, we must be in a position to learn new points, and we have to go on implementing new points in the further programs. Then only you can own them. Once you use it and forget, there is no use at all. That's why, just understand, in the previous program, mainly we focused on if else statement, two-way branching. Here, some new elements I am introducing, and one more problem domain I am introducing. And in a problem domain also, the solution way of solving problem are different. You follow whatever you firmly believe, you follow that. Being a programmer, you should not have any confusion your implementation. First thing is, that's why I am telling you, first understand problem thoroughly, analyze that. First you complete your mental preparation, thereafter write an algorithm, thereafter you go for coding. Most students, the worst uh, habit is coding is, they believe that coding is entire thing, coding is programming. Coding comes in the fourth phase of the program development process. That's why before that three steps are there: understanding problem, analysis, and algorithm. That comes under designing. First design is over, thereafter come to coding. Okay, now the simple problem, you have to prepare the wage statement of a worker. In this, the condition hourly wage for a worker is 30 rupees. 30 rupees, there is no fraction and all that. 30 rupees per hour, no half an hour business and all that. Thereafter, if worker works more than 250 hours or more, then for the additional hours, that means over and above 250 hours, you will be paid double of the wage. Normal wage is 30, and you will be additionally paid another 30. For example, a worker works for 240 hours, so he gets normal wage, that is 240 into 30. Suppose he exactly works 250 hours, 250, and what are the OT hours? 0. So normal wage 250 into 30, and OT wage 0 into 30. So no OT. Suppose a worker worked for 300 hours. So 250 hours normal hours, and 50 hours over and above 250, 50 hours are there. For 50 hours, he can get OT. That is 50 into 30. Here, one confusing point is there. Actually, he worked for 300 hours. 300 hours is entitled for normal wage. 300 into 30, 9,000 rupees. That is my consideration. Some people, what they do, 250 hours they give normal wage. Remaining 50 hours, 50 into 60, 3,000 they give as a OT. But my perception is like this: 300 hours he worked, so he gets normal wage. 300 into 30, 9,000 rupees. For remaining 50 hours, he gets OT, that is 50 into 30, 1,500. Okay, total normal wage is 9,000 plus OT wages, overtime wages 1,500, total 10,500 he gets. In that manner, I am following one logic depending on my prudence. Okay, now this is first we understood the problem. Thereafter, let us come to coding. Coding also some crucial issues we have to discuss. Here, wage statement demo and main. I am not writing output statements because I cannot accommodate them here. If I start writing output statements, we cannot concentrate on the core statements of coding. That's why output statements and all that you can find in the document whatever we are uploading. Now understand the crucial issues. Here several variables are there where we have to put variables. Actually here this is a block, this is if block, this is else block, this is the main block, this is the mains block is this is if block, this is else block. Three blocks are there, different variables we are declaring where we have to put. For that also from real life you understand. Actually in your home several articles are there. Are you putting all the articles in one place? No. Some articles you put in drawing room, some articles you put in kitchen, some articles you put in your study room. Just let us see this example, let us consider this example. Which type of articles you put in drawing room? Actually which are used by all the members of the family you place in drawing room. For example, TV. TV is watched by all the members whenever they want, they can freely without disturbing other members, they can watch. That's why TV we put in drawing room. What about your books, books and study material that is put in your study room, not in the drawing room. Understand? So that is specific to you. Nobody uses your books or study material. That's why those are put in your study room. What about kitchen material? All kitchen utensils, stove, etc. and all that, the kitchen room, not in your study room, neither in your drawing room. Understand? So this prudency even a illiterate housewife also follows. Understand? Now you are going to become a programmer. Here also you have to use apply the type of prudency and write the variables. Actually now in our analysis we find two groups of people. All workers can be classified into two groups. One group is who are entitled for OT, other group is who are not entitled for OT. There are two groups. So first that clarity through analysis you should get. Now some variables are applicable to everybody, whether he is entitled for OT or if he does not entitled for OT also, certain variables are applicable. Though things you put in drawing room. Drawing room means here main. In main what you are putting? Total hours. Through command line argument you are reading, and total hours are applicable to all the employees, that we are putting. Total wage. Total wage is applicable to all the employees, whether he earns OT or not, total wage is applicable. So and thereafter normal hours of work per month 250. This is also applicable for everybody. Normal hours of work and that wage per hour 30 rupees. This is also applicable to everybody. Four variables are applicable to all employees. What are that? Total hours, total wage, normal hours per month, hourly wage. These are applicable to everybody. That's why you put in the main block. Okay. Now you see some more. Already I told you, whatever are the constant, whatever the fixed things and all that, you declare them as final. Is a good practice. So final int normal hours per month. Whenever you are declaring constants, you use uppercase. More than one word is there, using underscore you link up. In Java, according to the conventions, underscores are used in this context only, nowhere else. In C, C++, extensively we use underscores, but in Java, according to the conventions, then only for constants you use, and use uppercase, and more than one word is there, you link them up with the underscore symbol 250. I initialize. Thereafter final float wage hour, as it is rupees and all that, I declared the float 30 rupees and F I used, don't forget that. Okay. Now what about other variables? Now two groups of people. Some people are entitled for OT, some other group are not entitled for OT. So these certain variables are there. Those variables are applicable to OT group only. I simply call them as OT group. OT group is in if block. OT group is in if block, and other group is in else block. And in if block, what you are declaring? OT hours. This is applicable to OT group only. And float normal wage. Normal wage, they are entitled for normal wage as well as total OT wage also. Normal wage, total hours, and wage hours. And float OT wage, OT hours into OT wage. So one example always keep in mind. Actually, a worker worked for 300 hours. 300 hours. So OT hours 300 minus 250. OT hours 50. Okay. Float normal wage. Normal wage means total hours 300. 300 into wage hour 30. So 9,000 rupees he gets here. That is normal wage only. What is OT wage? How many hours OT hours he worked? 50 hours. OT wage, extra wage, additional wage 30 rupees. 50 into 30, 1,500. In that way, you can maintain control. Total wage, normal wage 9,000 plus OT wage 1,500, 10,500. In that way, because all these are abstract, once you apply figures to that, then you can get clarity over that.